Wait, I need to check out because I'm also control freak. Today is a little bit messy, but the topics are also quite heavy. So, hi everyone. As you see, I'm today a little bit relaxed, and this is because my topic today is a little bit more self-reflective. I wanted to share with you about me as a coach, so how I became a coach, what are my strengths to be a coach, to be in particularly your coach, maybe sometime. How they say? So, I usually I made 2 videos, and I can say usually already about how I'm making videos here. But usually I prepare like a topic, make some notes for me to follow. But today I just had this feeling that I want to make it a little bit easier, maybe a little bit relaxed. And as I said, this is about me today, and but I'm aware that maybe for some of you it would be not that interesting to listen about some lady on a YouTube channel. So this is why I made it more approachable also to you. So I will share with you some of my experience, some of my traumas, and how I worked through. So which impact I took out from there that maybe could be useful also for you. Let's start. So when you go to a coach, you should know one thing. So there are a lot of advices, which coach is good for you, which coach is bad or not good for you. But the most important thing about your coach should be that this coach could bring you deep to your level of deepness, but to have this deepness inside, to have this depth inside, coach should know about it. This is why coach cannot be a 20 years old girl, because it's just in my opinion, it's a work based on your personal experience, on your personal working through things. So I will make some personal examples, and I hope you will understand better. So for example, when I'm talking about money and about being poor, I'm not just talking about something I read in books or I saw in movies. I've been there. I born in one of the most poor places in the world. It was Russia in 90s. I even was born earlier, so my parents survived when USSR just finished and money finished, products in the stores finished, and I know what I'm talking about when I'm saying about being poor, because I saw it myself. I saw it with my neighbors. I saw it in my school when a lot of traumas about money was born. And because the 90s in Russia was also a very dangerous place because of mafia, because of anarchy everywhere, and a lot of really bad programs about having money was born there. And as I grew up, I worked through a lot of these traumas, and I'm still working with some of them, but this is something that I certainly know what is it. So what could be an impact for you is that I really know the stuff about money, and this is actually how my path in coaching started, because I decided to work through this money thing, because I started to gain money when I was really young, and I arrived to a certain level that then I realized that something bigger than just a career development, something bigger than that was blocking me. And this is how I met first my father thing, trauma. I will not go very deep to these topics. I will just, name some of them, and maybe it will be easier for you to understand which kind of topics we could discuss. But I realized that connection, money and father, especially for ladies, but it's not only for ladies, it's for everyone. Father represents money, power, money approaches. It's a very connected money and figure of your father. And my situation here is a little bit messed up, not little bit, really messed up. My parents divorced when I was really young. I was 2, and my stepfather came in, and I was so afraid of this kind of change that I just decided to gain love of this stranger anyway. And even though he had really big drinking problems, he was an abuser. I saw my mother beaten so many times. This is something really, really difficult, and this is something that children should not see. And I really got a lot of traumas from to my soul from my stepfather. I'm not blaming him. I mean, I tried to make my peace with him, but he was the man who destroyed my inner self really systematically by saying that I'm not good enough, that I owe him for the rest of my life, that I'm just shitty girl that deserves nothing in this life, and a lot of really destructive things were said to me, and it was systematically years. And the bigger thing, the biggest problem was that I tried to hide it from myself. I started to reveal it really a few years ago. It was completely blocked for me. It was so painful, so bad, that I decided just, to ignore it. This is why I know a lot about pain, and especially that pain that you are hiding even from yourself. And just when I realized that money thing and figure of my father are connected, I started to realize, I started to see those dreams when my stepfather were pursuing me, tried to hit me or something. And after this, I just started to see, to grow with my career. I started to reveal, to open this. And if you have some really big money issues, try to dig into your father into your relationship with your father. Maybe something big and important will wait you there. Actually, I try now to work it through, because it's just so painful. It's even I really try to not cry here. I mean, I think you even saw that, because it's really painful to talk about this like this, and yeah, I what is helping is to talk about this. The more you talk, the more you reveal, the more you release this pain, the more space for something new and better you just free up. And this is how I try now to work with this. I even started to write a book about this, because I have already one book published. It's the Good Girl Diary book. I'm now really lazy, in a very lazy mode, but I'm working with getting it translated into Italian and English languages, and my plan is to publish it also in those languages. But now I'm working with a new book, and it's about abusive relationships in family, about domestic violence, because this is something that I can write a book about. This, how huge is this for me? Yeah, and what is the impact is that money area and your relationship with father very close, and the second is relieving this pain is helping. Trust me. I don't know, maybe sometimes I will be brave enough to talk about this with some details, but what I'm just sharing here now is already a big deal for me. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, what else? So, they say what doesn't kill you make you stronger. That's true. Remember, your big pain today could be your very big strength tomorrow. This, what is actually happening all the time to me, is just that recently I decided to change a little bit approach, because I grew up with a lot of difficult situations, such as my mother loss. When I was 20, I lost my mother, and yeah, when you are that young and you lose your mom, it's something that the very first thing that I really learned to do is to talk about this like cool, yeah, happens, It was so difficult to talk about that I just decided to escape to this like, cool, like, yeah, I'm holding on, and this is, and that stuff, but yeah, it's the hardest thing that ever happened to me, and it will have the impact forever on my personality. And this is something, the biggest thing that I learned from this situation is to actually I started to believe in a positive thinking that time, because I realized that if I will keep on losing myself in the situation, I will just disappear in few years as a person. And I started just to be grateful to my mom for those years that she was nearby me, and to remember her in a good way. And for example, I decided to finish my to graduate my university with a diploma of honor, just because of my mom. It was important to her. It wasn't that big deal for me, but it was important to her, and I just made it, and this helped me a lot. I mean, it was also the money support, because they supported these brave, great students in the university, and this gave me a big support, I mean, financially, and I could finish my studies, because I was a student when I lost my mom. And it makes me this strong. I mean, this being that strong costs me a lot. I would prefer not to have this, maybe, but I hadn't a choice, and I just, today is a little bit messy, but the topics are also quite heavy. So you just know that I know what loss is, what pain is, and this is something that I can, support you, because sometimes it's not like you need to immediately work through. Sometimes you just need someone to be there when you are that mess as I was when I was 20. And yeah, this this big deal is changing you in so big way that sometimes it scares you. It's like when I remember about myself in this situation, I was like in the middle of hurricane, and I don't know how I survived. I really don't know how I survived, but I survived. And this experience actually helped me a lot with my divorce. When I was 27, I survived really difficult divorce. I was married to my ex-husband for 8 months. It was a kind of Britney Spears marriage. And this is what my book is about my surviving this situation, my recovering from this, and finding myself again, because what I realized that I was just destroyed as a personality again. And what helped me a lot is so I was really grateful to my mom that she made me that strong. I mean, of course it's not what I wanted, but after this big pain, anything else is just, it just can't go to that maximum. And yeah, after surviving the divorce, I reborn completely. I changed a lot. I changed a lot my point of view to a marriage in general, to a man, to me inside the relationships. And at the end, I came to this point when I was so grateful to my ex-husband. I mean, he's still a jerk, and I don't want to talk about him anymore. It was just, enough. But I'm grateful. I'm a completely new person now, and I'm happily married now. And I have a beautiful daughter, which is just a sunshine. My sweet little pie. How you say in English all this stuff. I'm talking to her in Russian and in Italian, but so this is why I don't know all these nice cutie words in English. But yeah, what is my point of all this Dear Diary thing here is just so first, I know how you feel when you tell me about this kind of stuff, and I know just very well, unfortunately for me, and fortunately for my career as a coach. And second, you should not pay this much for changes. Every bad situation that I survived in my life caused then really big changes, because it was so huge that the changes would come anyway, independently if I wanted or not. And I just had to survive those changes. But when it came to realize that I could control this, I could make it smoother for me. I don't need to wait all those slaps from the universe to make those changes. It became really easier. And you could also choose that. You could choose the transformation without big destructive changes. Because yes, I survived, and I became stronger from those situations, and I rediscovered happiness and myself in those situations. But I know a lot of people couldn't survive that correctly. I know a lot of people got destroyed by those situations, because it's not like, you know, it happens and you become stronger. It's not working like that. We are all different, and difficulties in life has different impacts on us. So what you can find on my coach sessions is a lot of support and understanding, and you can talk to me about many different topics, and in some way I will understand you. And just to make it a little bit easier, I also work a lot with my weight, with my shape, and after giving birth I became really, so not super fat, but I just became as a normal breastfeeding mom would become, and I didn't like that. But then, using the coaching approaches that could be used at the difficult situations, and the situations like losing weight correctly and comfortably, I just did it. I'm now in a perfect shape, even better than I was before the pregnancy. And this is how it works. The instruments of coaching, they work in different requests. It could be to survive a terrible situation, a terrible abusive father relationships, or divorce, or the loss of someone that you loved very much. And also it could be a financial target, it could be a losing weight target, or just to plan growing in your business. So it's you know, different requests, but the instruments are all there, and I'm happy to help you. So thank you for listening. This today was quite I don't know, you tell me, how was it? I'm always open to comments, and subscribe to my Instagram, and see you soon. I hope I will not getting lost anymore for this long time from the videos. And bye, have a nice day, and thank you for listening. Just a quick postscriptum. You know what also helps a lot when you have all those kind of situations is writing down. I was talking to a diary since I was a little girl, and this something which is really helping. And if you are for some reasons didn't try it yet, try to write down, just as you would talk to your friend, starting with hi dear diary, I just wanted to tell you about what I'm feeling. And try to write down at least one page, and you will see, when you will find yourself finishing third page, fourth page, and crying maybe, then you can tell it's working. Yes, it has therapeutic effect. That's it. Have a nice day. Bye.